So on day 2 we're doing all right, and we're starting off with this could be a bit of a headache. Not looking forward to this, especially being that sunny and needing welding. So we've got a little bit of a crack there just forming, so that's going to all want V'ing out and welding up. There was something else, oh yeah, something's gone through it and caused a bit of a mess. That's going to take some sorting out. So that is what, yeah, 8mm plate, so it's going to have to be all V'd right out. Ends of all the cracks want a drill in them. I don't know whether I can get a drill in that one down underneath there, and then try and weld them back up and trying to get it something like. So lots of hammer swinging, welder turned right up as far as it will go, and send a load of heat into it. Lovely. Right, let's get it in the workshop and get it dropped off. Right, so we've exposed it out a little bit. That does need V'ing out a little bit more. Inside to do. This is the main area. I think that I'm just going to have to weld it where it is. This going to be a bit of work on that to get all that back in. So plan is to put a jack on it here and try and get that corner back in, and then get that tack back in, and hopefully we use a jack or even a hammer to try and get the rest of it back something square. It's not going to go back perfect, but it's all cleaned up. We'll start getting it all V'd out and then see what happens. So we've got it something like, as you can see, everything's all V'd out. We've got a jack there that's got that pushed in, not too badly really. Might, when I've got this, the corner sort of welded in, take a hammer and try and just see if I can get that bit and that bit to come back right. So now I'm going to put my heavy leather jacket on, my big thick gloves, and drink a hell of a lot. Right, so just stop for a drink. So we've got that big crack there. That's final pass. Yeah, I might just run another bead just along the top. We've got first pass on that crack there and that crack there. That probably require at least another 2 passes. Then we've got the fun bits to do down there. Halfway through my first bottle of water. Nearly through my first bottle of water. That is one thing crucially if you're doing sort of this work, because I mean, especially in the summer when it's baking hot and you kind of, well, you stood next to about 300-degree heat at least. Yeah, make sure you've got plenty of liquids with you. And remember to keep drinking them. It's one thing I'm terrible for. I just keep going and keep going and keep going. Remember, I've not drunk anything. Suddenly feel a bit weird. more so than usual. So, admittedly not my prettiest of work, but there is a good bit of welding there to keep it strong. Like I said, I've had the welder turn right up, we V'd it all out, and then it's just a case of just keep filling it in and filling it in. And then the final one's here, just putting a cap over so it's all, basically the cracks there in the middle are about that wide, and we spread it all out so it's hopefully covered. Ugh. Yeah, one weld's fought me a bit and doesn't look quite so pretty, but it should be strong enough that it'll be, well, I'm hoping it doesn't need doing again. Yeah, we've been through some welding rods. So that's that done on that now. We also have a skid to weld onto the bottom of there, and then that'll be that bit done. You know the old saying, if you search hard enough, you'll always find a problem. So I was just tidying up like the welding rods and cleaning the machine down, and realised basically most of that there it cracked out. So it's all filled back in now. So that should be a bit stronger. And what are we? We've reached midday, so stuff it. I'm having a bit of a dinner and a break, I think. So I'm doing that forgetting to film thing again. Just got it back on the tractor because we need to take the skid off, which is here. A couple of years ago, I welded one of these plates in here. You can see either end of it. Well, basically it's worn out, so I'm going to weld another one in. You know what, I've clamped it in, I haven't even cleaned it up yet. I'll clean it up first. So I've just kind of cracked on with this one on rather than filming any of it. But that is the new plate on it. So basically what we did, as you saw, started off, clamped it here. You can see where I've welded. Then moved the clamp, welded it up there. Then finally clamped it at the end here, cut the end off, welded there, knocked it down a bit, welded it. This is it, you can rush to the finish, say like, you can see it there, I'm putting in, instead of trying to bend that and get a curve and not get a good weld, I've bent it as much as I could, welded it, and then bent it the rest of the way and welded it again. So end of the day, that was one I put on a few years ago, and that's lasted until basically it's rubbed through the plate, so can't say better than that really. So reinstall this, and the next job, I'm not sure I'll even film it. Basically we're going to change the flails in here, but the flails are held in with a bar that goes right from one end to the other, secured with a bolt at one end, and the only way to knock them out is with a big bar and a sledgehammer and just push them through. So that is going to be a long, quite unpleasant job. So if I film it, I'll film it. If not, this could be the end of the video. Right, so we are done did. Yeah, changing them flails was, to be fair, it went quite well, but even when it goes well, it's still, well, a lot of hammering with sledgehammers and yeah. I've also pulled the rad out of the Maruka, and well, I'd look at tension of bearings gone on a on one of the flail toppers, so it's just one of them. Just want to try and crack through and get to the end of the day. What are we? Not bad really. 6 o'clock finish. but long and off sort of day doing that sort of stuff. So that brings us to the end of today. Tomorrow should be a bit more cooler. It's still going to be stonking hot, but I should be in the cab, kind of cool. So hope you've enjoyed this one. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Don't forget to give the video a grubby thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Don't forget about the shop if you would like any merchandise. If you'd like to share the video about on your social media, feel free, helps the channel. Don't forget to comment, because that does apparently really help the channel grow. And if you haven't, of course, don't forget to subscribe. That way you can see when videos come up, especially when I start doing these weird and wonderful week videos. I don't know why I do it to myself. I do quite enjoy doing them, to be fair. So that'll do, and we shall see you tomorrow. Don't forget to look after yourselves, and don't forget to look after yourselves. Don't forget to start that one again. Don't forget to look after yourselves. Also, don't forget to look after each other. And being as it's this warm, if you are having to work in the outdoor environment, or if your tractor doesn't have air conditioning, don't forget to drink plenty too. We're done it. We're out of here. I'm going to go soak in a nice cool shower, because I am, well, let's just say it's more than just the thumb that's grubby. See you tomorrow.